Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's live session. As we shared, today is going to be a learning info session, and we are here with the CFI team ready to share with you, ready to answer any questions that you might have. So I hope you are having a fun and really good Wednesday already, and you're starting to get used to all the platforms that you've started being invited to. If you haven't received invitations, kindly bear with us. You are going to receive invitations as soon as possible. All right. Before we continue, I just want to apologize for all of us who've been waiting on the YouTube link since 1 p.m. GMT. Apologies for the confusion in time there, but now we're here and we're ready to share all this information with you. To introduce our host for today, my name is Cheruta Masi. I work here at the Room/ALX as a community specialist for the Financial Analyst program, and I'm really excited to co-host this session with Lisa. Lisa, do you want to say hi quickly?
Hello, everyone. Glad to have you on this call today. And I hope you get to, enjoy and learn a lot more about this platform and this program that you're joining, and specifically excited to understand about the CFI platform and LMS. Over to you, Chiruto.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lisa. And we'll move over to, as always, rules of engagement. As we always share, we love to see your energy, especially on the YouTube chat. We love seeing the energy that's there already. Please keep turning up that energy. Also, all these links and instructions will be pinned both on the comments and also shared on Slack announcements channel. So we'll post all the relevant links in those two workspaces. And most importantly, as always, listen, learn, share, and have fun. All right, on to today's agenda. I'm just going to quickly brief you how this session is going to be running through. So we will have a quick check-in prompt, as always, and then we'll introduce our expert today, who is from CFI, and she's going to be doing the deep dive for us, and then we'll do that course deep dive. We'll also have a live Q&A session where we are able to just answer some of the questions that we've already asked on Slido. So make sure that you are voting any questions you want answered. We shared the link to the Slido link earlier with you today, but also we are going to share that on the chat as a pinned item. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is announcements, and yeah, just moving on to the check-in for today's session. We'd love to see on the chat, where are you joining us from today? Just put in the country that you're joining us from. I would love to see and know who is joining us today. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I see lots of people from Nigeria, Tanzania, Ethiopia already. Yeah, well, Whitney, you can just play the music as we see that. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We love seeing lots of countries represented today. I think I can see almost participants from all parts of Africa, which is really amazing. And I hope you get to keep connecting with each other once you've all joined our Slack community platform, so that you get to connect and know each other, but also just build those networks. Without further ado, I'm going to just introduce our expert for today's session. So we spend most of the time having that deep dive on the CFI platform and also answering the questions that you might have. Today we are having with us Angie, who is the VP of Customer Experience at CFI. Angie is a former education leader, and she's transitioned into the e-learning ecosystem, and she's worked with several companies, including Linux Academy, Cloud Guru, ProSite, and she is really passionate about building a strong customer-centric experience. So I'm sure you'll interact with her through the program, also throughout this session. She will really get to help you through your learning journey, as she will be sharing more details on how you can utilize the CFI platform. And if you have any questions, as I said, make sure you are voting them, as she will take time to answer those questions. Over to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Chirudo. I appreciate it. Hello, ALX participants. As mentioned, I am the VP of Customer Experience here at Corporate Finance Institute, and I'm excited to spend time with you today as you embark on the journey to becoming a world-class finance professional. So our partnership with ALX is aimed at supporting you in gaining the Financial Modeling and Valuation Analyst certification, commonly referred to as FMVA. So you'll participate in engaging courses, interactive financial modeling exercises, exam prep, and expert sessions, just like this. Only my talented and esteemed colleagues will spend time with you each week, sharing their knowledge and insights to best support your certification goals. So those that successfully complete their FMVA certification within the ALX program timeline will have the opportunity to take our Business Intelligence and Data Analyst certification, also known as BDAP. So to kick things off, I wanted to share a message with you from our Chief Content Officer and co-founder, Scott Powell. So let me share screen here and jump right into that message.
Welcome everyone to the ALX Financial Analyst Program, delivered in partnership with my company, Corporate Finance Institute. My name is Scott Powell, and I'm a founder and Chief Content Officer here at Corporate Finance Institute. We set up CFI with the mission of upskilling people around the world, helping folks become world-class financial analysts. We are super excited about our partnership with ALX. As you know, ALX is committed to helping young Africans secure over 2 million jobs by 2030. And ALX has created an unrivaled opportunity to prepare, launch, and grow careers. Well, over the next 5 weeks, you'll be immersed in courses and case studies that will build your financial analyst skills. You'll learn, for example, to build financial models, to assess trends, forecast performance, and perform valuations of companies. You'll also analyze and improve company budgeting processes. You'll use tools like Excel to not only analyze, but visualize data. You'll learn how to create Excel dashboards to track real-time financial and operational performance. And you'll be able to make strategic recommendations, whether that's to a top management team, investors,
So apologies for that. I think we lost Angie there. I'm sure she will be rejoining soon, and probably we can just, Lisa, probably we can just do some of the, questions that we already have, especially program specific, that we can answer on Slido as we wait for her. Sounds good?
Yep.
All right. I'll just quickly pull up my screen. And okay, cool. Thank you, Whitney. Okay, we can just go to the program specific questions, and then probably Lisa, you'll respond to most of those. Okay. Okay, I'll just start with the question from Pins. I noticed that some electives on CFI platform were removed from ALX/CFI program. We were to access those electives out of the program. I'm not sure if this is a question from current participant or a past participant, but Lisa, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, thanks, Chiruto. So again, not sure if this is a current or past participant, but if you are in the current cohort, cohort 2, then you will only have access to the 21 courses that are on the platform.
All right, thank you, Lisa. So going to another voted question. Okay, so this to you again, Lisa. After successfully completing the FMBA program, will everyone who scored the minimum of 70% and 80% in the assessment be invited to BIDA?
Yes, so we've had a slight change in the program requirements, and anyone or everyone who will have scored the 70% in the exam and 80% in the assessments by a certain time. I'll pull up the date later, but by that time, anyone who will have completed the program will have access to BIDA.
All right, thank you. To the next question. Since we have access to CFI platform now, especially, they got access today, do they need to wait till week 2 to begin the courses, or they can begin right now?
Yeah, as you currently have access this week, especially, I'd urge you to just, go through the platform, understand how the courses are structured, take a peek here and there. You could actually begin learning. However, the official learning kicks off next week.
Thank you. I'll move to the next question. Okay, from this file. What about the courses labeled as selective? Should that be elective on ALX CFI dashboard? How many selective courses should we take? Is it possible to take them all?
Yeah, so if you are in cohort 2 and you're in the cohort 2 dashboard, you should have 3 elective courses. Yes, you should take them all, but once we have Angie back on the call, she'll be able to explain a bit more on these elective courses and the prep courses and the core courses.
All right.
Actually, I think she's back.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Lisa. Angie, sorry, you must have lost your internet. I'll give the mic back to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and apologies. I'm going to leave my video off and see if that helps us as we go through. Okay. So let's jump in. Thank you for jumping into Slido, but let's jump into the CFI dashboard and show you exactly what you can expect in this program. So you should have received an email. If not, please be patient. It might be in the queue, but you should receive an email that invites you to click a link and create a password. Once your password has been created, let's see. There we go. Once your password has been created, you will go here, create your password, and you'll be into the ALX CFI dashboard. Okay. So first, let's see. So what you'll notice here at the top is you are in the right place if it says ALX. Okay. If you were a previous CFI member, you'll notice a drop down with your CFI dashboard here that will have all of your historical learning progress reflected as you move through the program. But if you only have ALX, you're in the right spot. Okay. On the right side, you'll notice the moon image here, which will toggle you between light and dark mode. And an important feature to highlight is your profile options. So we want to ensure that your proper name is on your certificates. So if for some reason your name is not correctly displayed, you'll go to the profile section here and edit profile to ensure that the proper name is reflected on your certificates. Back to the dashboard, you'll notice that this will act as your home base. So you'll be able to resume a course where you left off, and the dashboard will reflect some high-level insights. So you'll see average score, and this is calculated by averaging your course exams. So note that if you take a course exam multiple times, the highest score earned is used to calculate that average score. Okay. You'll see courses completed, active courses, and certifications earned. Okay. So next we'll navigate to the weekly syllabus on our sidebar navigation. And here's where you will see a video message from Scott each week with a few additional helpful resources. The weekly syllabus is a suggested guide for completing content each week to keep you on track for the timeline of taking the final exam. So keep in mind that the courses are self-paced. So if you complete a few courses earlier than expected, great. If you need to catch up over the weekend, feel free to do so to stay on track to complete that final exam on time. So next we will move into our courses dropdown. This is what you've been waiting for. So this is where you'll find that curated list of FMVA content. Okay. As mentioned, there are 21 courses in this program. All of the listed courses are required. I know there was a question in Slido, I believe, around elective courses, prep courses. The 21 courses outlined here are required. So you'll see that once these are completed, the final exam will unlock for you. But I do want to make a note, the ALX team has likely shared this with you, but as you jump in and get started, there is a requirement to complete 3 courses by July 17th to remain eligible for the program. So as you'll see, of the 21, jump in and get started with at least 3 of those in the next week. So at the top here, you'll see the tally of courses completed that you need to take. And then below that, you'll see all 21 courses listed. As you complete these courses and you finish up, you'll be prompted to sign our honor pledge. This is agreeing to our CFI Code of Ethics. So we want to fully support you in the learning journey. And part of that is respecting the Code of Ethics, ensuring no exam sharing, plagiarism, or sharing materials with others in accordance with the details listed here. So we appreciate your participation with these outlined guidelines, as we do not want to revoke certifications that you've worked so hard to earn. Okay. So once all coursework has been completed, your exam will unlock and you'll be good to go. So followed by the followed by the final exam. After completing that, you'll earn a digital certificate that'll populate in conclusion of your ALX program. And paper certificates are available for purchase, which we can share those details as we move through the program. Okay, all right. So without further ado, let's jump into a course. That's what you've been waiting for. So we're going to jump into accounting fundamentals today. And as you'll notice, when I select accounting fundamentals, I see 5 sections. Each of these sections has a drop-down with the required courses to complete this portion of the content. So let's choose course introduction for our time today.
Accounting fundamentals course.
And you'll see each course includes a video. And the video has a few settings for you. So quickly rewind, volume and mute. You'll see closed captioning over here. And with your settings toggle, you can control video resolution as well as audio speed. Should you have any internet issues like myself today, video resolution is an important one to kind of help with that bandwidth, okay? Okay. The other feature that you'll see here is the bottom is to take notes. And this is a really cool feature. As you're studying and you want to refer back to something, you can simply type in a quick note and it will save, and we'll revert to that when we get back to the courses dropdown. Okay. The other thing you'll notice here is we value your feedback. So anytime you complete a course, an exam, we ask that you just let us know what you thought with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, okay? So you'll see after you have watched the video, you'll want to mark this as complete, and then you'll be prompted to complete and continue. And what this does is it allows this little blue checkbox over here to mark as completed, which will be required in each course in order to unlock your final exam. Okay. So as we go back to the outline here of our courses, 2 things I want to note as you're going through this. We touched a bit on elective courses, and so I want to highlight that there are 2 courses in your program that are tool-based, okay? And what that means is these are valuable to your professional finance journey, but they are not included in your final exam. So these 2 courses are Macabacus Fundamentals, which is a Microsoft plugin tool for shortcuts and brand compliance, and the other is called Capital IQ. So you will not gain full access to these products with your CFI login. However, you can create a 30-day free trial to access these. The courses will not be tested in the final exam, but each course can successfully be completed without full platform access. So I like to highlight this point because while you won't gain full access to those platforms, being able to speak that language of Cap IQ platform is extremely valuable to future employers. Okay. All right. So let's jump back to our sidebar navigation and click on that My Notes field, and we'll see the note we took today in Accounting Fundamentals. And here we are. Hello, cohort of ALX learners. Okay. When we jump back over here, our next option is transcripts and certificates. So as you complete courses, your course name, exam score, and completion date, number of attempts will all show here under transcripts and certificates. One thing that's important to note here is that you will see CPE certificates. And for some of our courses, they don't include a continuing education credit. And we can share more of that on our Help Center. A majority of them do, but not all of them will include a CPE credit. So you may see an NA on occasion on this side. Okay. So as we jump back, our next drop down is skills practice. And this is a fun area that is completely optional, but it includes some challenges and quizzes that could be valuable to you, such as what's your finance personality? So while this isn't a requirement, it's just some fun activities if you'd like to jump in. Okay. And last but certainly not least over here is support. We want to make sure you are fully supported in your experience with us on the CFI platform. So as you can see here, there are a couple of options along with the FA program Slack channel, which we'll be actively involved in as well. Okay, but the Help Center here is really valuable because there's a lot of information on here, but also a dedicated area specifically to ALX participants. So as we click into here, you'll notice that there are articles such as if you're having trouble signing in, if you need a refresher on the dashboard, what are the technical requirements, right? Some basic troubleshooting. So as you move through the courses, if you get stuck, this is a good resource to revert back to. Okay. The other option you have here is ask a question. So if you come across something in one of your courses that's content related and you just get stuck and you've tried it multiple times, reach out. We have a team of dedicated program specialists that are here to help. So you would simply complete this form. It would trigger an email to our team and we'll, and we'll follow up shortly. Okay. The other thing that you likely noticed is this chat bubble, orange on the right side of your screen. This is a searchable feature that links back to those helpful articles. And if you still can't find what you're looking for, simply click ask, and this will send a technical support ticket to our team. Okay. Great. Okay, I'm going to pause there and jump into Q&A. I believe we answered some of them, but let's jump over. Lisa, let's see. Were you able to answer some of the Slido questions? I don't want to be repetitive.
Yep,
sorry, Lisa. I already marked them as answered, so you can just go ahead with those that haven't been answered.
Okay. So it looks like upvoted here, we have what applications aside from Microsoft Excel and Power BI are we going to use for the FA program? So the technical requirements for FA are going to be PC and Mac, Microsoft Suite 2016 or newer. Stable internet's important when it comes to that video resolution. And then other than that, applications will be Power BI, Azure, Tableau, Python. Those will be some of the key areas, and I can share those technical requirements in a document for the FAQ as well. All right, let me get back to the next one. Great. What should I do if I need to continue accessing the platform even after the time frame set with ALX expires? So you do have a set time frame for your CFI access. And so if you wanted to continue learning or gain an additional certificate post ALX, we do have an option to purchase a membership. So that would be the best way to continue your learning. Okay. As far as the FA calendar, I'm going to skip that one. That would be an ALX team question. Do I get to use the title FMBA after my name, after passing the exam? Absolutely you do. Once you're FMBA certified, put it on your name and share it with the world. I'm going to skip over FMBA and CFA. Scott and our subject matter experts will be able to answer that further in one of the future sessions here. They are way more financially savvy to speak to that than I am. Okay, I think we answered the CFI tools question. Let's see, it's self-paced. Can you go ahead and complete? Absolutely. You can go ahead and jump into courses and then catch up on the weekends if need be. Okay. All right. We're certainly not going to get through all of the Q&A. I will follow up with the ALX team asynchronously with some of these questions as well, because we want to make sure all of these get answered, and we'll do so via the Slack channel as well. So Chiruto, I will pass it back to you.
Thank you so much, Angie. I guess I just want to address the Google Calendar issue. So make sure that you're opening the link on your laptop or PC instead of not your phone. So if you are able to open on especially Google Chrome, where you have your Google account there, it should be able to prompt you with, just after a few seconds, you'll get a prompt to add it to your calendar, and it will populate all the events that have been already added and those that will be added in the future. So we'll just make a quick post on that as well on Slack, so that you are not lost. Lisa, do you have any other questions you want to respond to before we move on to the next item?
Nope, I do not think so. We might have answered most of the program questions in the office hour yesterday, and we also have the office hour tomorrow.
All right, Whitney, could you please share screen, and then I'll hand it over to you, Lisa, to share all the announcements we might have.
All right, thanks, Chiruto, and thanks, Angie, for that walkthrough. I'm just going to share a couple of announcements. So we have, just as I mentioned, another office hour tomorrow, Thursday at 1 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. ET, 2 p.m. WAT. Again, apologies for that mistake earlier today in the email. However, these timings are correct in the calendar. Plus, we do also share the announcements on the Slack channel. So kindly join Slack if you haven't. But then also on Slack, the invites are still going out, but then by tomorrow, everyone should be invited and you should have access to the Slack platform. I've seen a couple of people asking what Slack is. So Slack is our community platform. This is where we will mainly engage with you as a program team, but then also it's the platform where you get to engage with your fellow peers and other participants in this program. On Friday, we have an introduction to the Room Fellowship. So if those who were able to join the Caribou on Monday, Samir touched a bit on this, but there's going to be a deep dive on Friday all about the Room Fellowship and really what happens after the program, and what your career journey or what your journey as an ALX participant looks like after this program. And then if you are experiencing any challenges, please reach out to the team at the FA support@alx.app email or through the Ask FA team channel on Slack. All right, I think that is it for today. Thank you, Chiruto. Thank you, Angie. And thank you all for being on the call today. Guess we'll be seeing you tomorrow at 1 p.m. GMT for another office hour. Thank you.